Zen POV is always great to watch, and this is actually what completely threw Falcons off, because Falcons were expecting, they actually wanted to take the ball mirror. So they wanted to take the ball mirror. You see the Hun ball. The Hun ball has never worked out in match though, which is really funny, but they did actually plan on this. What they said like later on, apparently, is that they were not expecting the Bap Zen backline. This first round is the one that goes to Crazy Racoon. It goes pretty much their way the whole way. This Zen comp here, I think the big deal about the Zen is that it is incredibly oppressive, right? And Crazy Racoon, I don't know if you noticed, they banned the D.Va. The D.Va is kind of like their worst nightmare. D.Va banned for map number 1. I actually really like this D.Va ban because how do you deal with a Bap Zen backline? You honestly run D.Va. And that would be really good for Hanbin as well, right? So they've kind of like eliminated the one big counter to that backline that deals a lot of range damage. And then Lucio banned from Falcons. I'm not sure exactly what the mindset behind that is, right? It was Falcons for the second ban. So the first ban was D.Va. I think it might be to force Juno Brig in terms of like the Mauga comps and things like that. If they wanted to run that, that would be like my initial thought. But we'll see if that kind of comes into play. Team Falcons, they also have Kiriko Juno. Kiriko Juno is a new backline that teams are experimenting with. I'm actually not a believer in it. The reason why I'm not a big fan of it is because my thought is that this is going to kind of get rolled over pretty quickly. And the Juno in particular is very vulnerable to attacks from the Tracer, from the ball. So it is a bit of a concern, right? This is a more aggressive backline where this Kiriko can like, you know, TP to the Tracer, go aggressive, TP to the ball, go aggressive. It's a very aggressive backline. And that also does give up some defensive capabilities. So that is the one thing that I'm a little concerned about here. It's a glass cannon backline? Kind of, yeah. Although both of them have glass cannon backlines. That's the funny part. I would say that Bap Zen is also like almost the definition of a glass cannon. Both teams have greedy backlines. I'd say this one is actually a little less. But here's the thing. How this backline defends itself is the discord from the Zen is actually so much pressure, it forces the ball away a lot. It makes it really hard for the ball to engage. So that's how this team defends itself, with pure pressure. And you see also the positioning here is really important. They're in Dojo right now. We've talked about Dojo yesterday. That's the name of this little building they're in. Dojo is a great place to put a backline when you want to hide them and you want them to be safer, right? Because then anybody who wants to come in here has to be close range with the Zen who can take their head off, right? Proper, you can see he's going to be a little scared coming into this room. He's actually behind my camera. I apologize about that. Proper is peeking around the corner. He's behind the camera again, but he TP'd over here, right? So Proper's trying to break this. You see headshot from Chorong. Boom, dead, right? So you really have to like brawl with the Zen in this room, which is actually a bit of a risk, especially for a dive comp, right? Now, it's funny because this playstyle would be completely different if Team Falcons were on a brawl comp. Because they're on a dive comp, playing in Dojo is good. If Team Falcons were on like a Mauga comp, playing in here would be suicide because the Mauga comp would run in here and win the brawl. But because there's no Mauga comp and because it's like just the Tracer or the ball or whoever trying to dive them in here, it really forces them into an area where Hanbin can't easily slam, where Proper has to like get super close up to Chorong and like, yeah, there's just so few ways in, right? So that's why this space is a defensive position in this case scenario. But remember, it's not always going to be the best spot, right? If you're playing against a brawl comp, you're playing Zen, you want to be at as much of a distance as you can. You only play inside of like enclosed areas if you're up against a dive comp. Team Falcons, you see they go Tracer, Sombra, and Ball. Okay, they're going to play completely into killing the backline. Their whole win condition now is to go after the backline. Like, you would think that the Sombra here might be to, like, hack Jumbin and stuff. It's not for Jumbin at all. This is literally, let's int Bap Zen. Yeah, in here you can see when the ball gets close, and then this Discord, huge pressure into Hanbin. Oh, Fielder, just in the middle of nowhere. And once Fielder's gone, you know, Chorong's going to be a little empowered here. He's going to just hug the corner. The positioning is really nice here. You can see they're kind of just hugging the side of Dojo. You don't always have to sit inside of it. It's more about playing around it because you can use it and you can navigate through these areas, right? It's very useful. Oh, Proper's dead. Okay. You can see now Chorong's getting a little more aggressive. He's actually really... he's not afraid at all. But yeah, the aggression from Crazy Racoon's perfect. And yeah, the D.Va ban. D.Va would absolutely be the swap into this, you know, if you're trying to beat it. Zen Ball, you know, we don't see as much of it in Overwatch 2, but I still feel like it's honestly, I feel like it's underused. You can run Bap Zen, but you can also run Brig Zen if you want to be a little safer. I feel like it's something that we could really see more of. Yeah, and that's 100-0. Really dominant. When I saw this, I was like, okay, it's over for Falcons, right? No, but Falcons turn this around. So that's what we're going to look at here. Since D.Va was banned, what's the next best swap? That's actually a good question. For Team Falcons, that's honestly a tough question because you could honestly mirror, or you could go Briggs Zen. I think Bap Zen would still be better to pressure Heesang on Pharah. You might want to mirror. Like, you could still run the Tracer Sombra, or you could run something else maybe, and the Sombra can pressure the Pharah. You know what the best swap would be, in my opinion? What I would do personally, this would be my decision. Stalker is a great Echo, best Echo player in the world. Stalker, Echo, and that's going to put pressure into Heesang, and I go Bap Zen. I actually think that when that D.Va can't be played, that Bap Zen, much stronger, much more dominant. You could also go a completely different route and try running like some sort of Sig comp or something. Like, you could go a Sig comp, like a Brawl comp, and try and beat the Ball comp that way. That could work. Why not Ana Zen? Ana Zen could work. I feel like the Bap might be a little bit better at pressuring the opposing Pharah. But the Ana would be fine too. I feel like I would just prefer the Bap, particularly for that pressure onto the opposing Pharah, and also just knowing that you're able to mirror. And I feel like the Echo would be better, and that would force Heesang probably to go Echo, potentially. But yeah, it is a tough decision, to be honest, what you run here. I don't think Briggs Zen is the play, just because that Pharah in particular is going to be quite annoying. You know, you could run Briggs Zen if Heesang swaps, but yeah. Echo may struggle against Bat plus Tracer on retakes. I wouldn't say it's going to be that bad. You can also start forcing point. You can get that backline to move a little bit. You're not going to try and go across bridge. I know this is the wrong bridge here, but the opposite bridge, like, you're not going to try and go this way. You're going to go opposite way and probably like play to force and mark Heesang's angle. And then you're going to let your backline walk bridge and have your Zen have this sightline. Let's just pretend this is Falcon's side of the map. If Falcons are here, I would have the Bap Zen walk this way. And then Stalker and Proper, the Tracer Echo, would take opposite sides, start forcing point. And that's where I'd send Hanbin as well. Feels like this point is lost after first fight. I wouldn't say necessarily, but yeah, it's a tough battle either way. Zen is just super map dependent though, also ban dependent. I think maybe even more important is the bans. What's banned and what is the opponent's hero pool? If you know those two things, you know if you can play Zen or not. Hanbin on the Mauga. You know, it'd be interesting actually seeing the Mauga playstyle into the ball. Actually, that is something that I want to watch because I feel like that's going to be quite difficult, right? And what does Hanbin swap? What does Hanbin do here? That's going to be really interesting. You know, Mauga mirrors can be a little boring, but seeing Mauga be played into other compositions can be maybe the most interesting of any POV. So let's take a look at it. And we might be focusing on Hanbin a good bit here because I feel like Hanbin was kind of the key to Falcon's victory. Let's look at the Hanbin Mauga. I was hyping it up, you know? I was hyping it up. Let's get going. So yeah, Crazy Racoon, they're going to run the same thing again. Are they actually going to run Bap Zen here? Bap Zen is like super fucking creative, to be honest, here, because the problem is that now we actually have that hypothetical situation where it is a Mauga versus a Bap Zen, okay? And when it's Mauga versus Bap Zen, the game becomes how much time can you buy for your Zen to output as much damage into the Mauga team as possible, right? Your goal is to keep your Zen as far away, your Bap Zen. Like, you have to keep them far away. The ball will try and boop the Mauga team to, like, displace them while they're rotating and trying to close the distance. The Tracer Pharah will poke them while they're trying to close the distance. The goal for the Mauga comp is generally to close the distance. Sometimes what you can do as the Mauga comp is you can clear people, right? Like, you can clear Lip or you could clear Junbin and then go after the Bap Zen. Sometimes you go straight for the Bap Zen, right? Really depends on the fight plan, the calls that are made in the fight. Can Zen explode Mauga, or will Mauga be exploded by Zen? Or will Mauga explode the Zen? Sorry. That's a good way to put it, though. Okay, so what are we doing here? I think they scouted Junbin pretty early on. They see what they're up against ball comp. That's a slam. Junbin uses his shields there as well. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with that, but, you know, hey, you get an early slam off, you're building some ult. Looks like they're kind of clearing the Tracer here. Ooh, there's the Zen damage. You see? Hanbin's HP. Fallen already. Really patient, though. And who do we is this Proper over here? On a complete angle? Interesting. And here it is. Closing the distance. It's a slow process. Oh, wait. No, coming back. Wait. No way! Lip did not expect that. Lip was like, oh, he's going for my Bap Zen. Nope. Nope. Just going straight back. And now we're going to force points? Okay. Really patient. And yeah, you get it. Oh, kind of. Oh. Hanbin! Hanbin, stop running into map geometry, please. Yeah, that fight was interesting, though. That was definitely more of a focus on marking flankers and, like, a lot of focus on Lip, actually, on the Tracer. Interesting. It's a cool way to approach it though. Not going straight after the Baps End, kind of ignoring them, playing it super slow, patient, trying not to take too much damage as well. Hanbin just really likes the map. Okay. Hanbin is rotating. Why are we rotating here? Are we trying to threaten a Baps End here? Now we're peeling a little bit. No. So right now we have the ball tracer trying to create an angle. You see the backline here. Falcons are not going after the backline directly. Or no, here it is. Perfect. I mean, perfect slam. What's their trigger for this here? I want to look at what they do. So the ball's in the back, right? We see the ball in the back. Proper's working to clear Junbin. Junbin uses his shields. I guess Junbin, you know, he's used his shields. We ping the Echo, then we go. So I think it was just like, once the backline kind of reached this area, or maybe this area, you know, you hit the int button, right? And you go in, and you go after that backline. If you go too early, you will get punished. But this is pretty much perfect timing. 2 hearts perk goes hard. So true. Oh my god! That's ridiculous. Pulse Bomb used. Transcend. Why does Chorong use Trance when we're down 2? And then boom! Lip is just dead. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Orbital Ray, maybe a little overkill, but I think Falcons were scared that the Trance could turn it, so... an okay trade for Crazy Racoon. Oh. No thank you, Heesang. So Heesang thought he was sneaky. Heesang thought he was sneaky. He was not. Okay, so now it's Juno Bap. They're keeping the Bap for the window, I think. I'm not sure. I feel like a full comp swap here for Crazy Racoon to be the play. They really need to get off of this ball comp, I think. It's just not working too well. Hanbin playing back again. Really, like they're almost like baiting here. And then here's the blade going in. The backline was in basically the same exact position as last time. You notice Hanbin, I feel like the reason why he plays so far back here is because he doesn't want to get poked out early, right? So he plays back far, and then once the backline like reaches this point, it's just the int button. But the reason why he starts so far away is because he wants to try and avoid taking poke. Yep, there it is. Misses the stomp there. Good damage. The mines though, huge mines from Junbin. Now I think after the cap here for Crazy Racoon should probably just turn into a swap here for Junbin over to Mauga. And I'm surprised Falcons go Brig Juno. And then Crazy Racoon, they're on Juno Kiri now. Yep, Junbin goes back to spawn, swaps to Mauga. So a really smart play there. I was actually, I think live, I was watching this and like, he needs to swap, you know? I actually didn't even trust that the mines would get value. But yeah, here we go. Walking in right side. I think Hanbin might just go for an aggressive stomp on the Junbin here. Never mind. We're gonna play second. Okay. Hold on, that was actually pretty clever. So let's break this down a little bit more. So there's the speed ring, and actually Crazy Racoon are gonna play first here. They go in, cage is dropped. The focus entirely switches to Heesang there. I think everyone in Falcons knew that Heesang had copy. They get the copy out, and then they actually disengage. Stalker dies, though. Is this fight winnable? It's honestly a pretty decent cage cancel, but I'm not sure if it was necessarily planned there. Maybe they got caught off guard. Now, pressuring the Junbin. Feels like Hanbin just doesn't want to... Oh, wait, now he wants to stomp. Okay. Yeah, force Junbin out. Orbital Ray. Orbital Ray's traded. So much focus on the Heesang. Interesting. Interesting. Everybody's shooting Heesang. I wonder if, like, that's... kind of what they figured out is like better to focus the Echo here. Tracer's over there. Gonna clear the Tracer. Good. Early cage from Junbin. This backfires though, doesn't it? Well, it does kill Hanbin actually. Proper blade. Yeah, somehow Falcons win this, by the way. Let's go back. Let's see what happens. Whoa, wait, that was so close to being a C9. Look at this. They came so close. Shu gets fielder. Chio. No way. Is that what... Chio kills both supports? Is that how they win? Chio actually killed both supports playing Juno. You're on Juno. And then Junbin is the focus there. Junbin has no healing. Heesang really just walks into the guns of Hanbin. No way. How does... What happened there? We need to look at what Chio did. We need to look at what Chio did. The first one is from an orb. Oh, it finishes the kill there from proper slash. How does the second kill happen? Because this is the kill that wins them this. It's another... Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. Oh, that one kill. That's it. Fear the orbs. Seriously. Those orbs just want to fight. That's a positional mistake from Shu. It's kind of hard to tell. I wouldn't say it's like an outright positional mistake because it's mid-fight. Because here, let's see what causes that initial half a damage. Let's take a look. We can take a look a little closer here. It was a shot from Stalker. That's it. And then Shu is kind of stuck out in the open. Let's look Shu POV now. We're looking at every POV to figure out what happened here because this is interesting. He died with Suzu. It's Shu's fault. I thought he didn't have Suzu. He died with TP and Suzu. I would say it's just bad decision making there. It's bad split-second decision making. Because here, like, he definitely, like, he got hit by a rail. He just didn't expect that burst damage from the orbs to come through. Because you see, he gets hit here, and now he has literally a split second to decide. And he actually does hit the shift button. That burst damage just caught him a little off guard there. Alright. Fastest swap of Hanbin's life. Alright, playing inside, burning Junbin quite a lot. Team Falcons, they get first flip. What happens here? There's two. Who's on point? Who's the second one for Team Falcons? Who's split? I know one of them is proper. One of them is proper. Who is the other one? Fielder splits. Splitting your Juno Brig is that is a play. I've never seen that before. Yeah, Genji Brig split is not really common though. Usually if you're doing that with a Curie. It's kind of why teams run the Curie. Okay, kite away, yeah. I mean, here, all Hanbin needs to do is live. He should back away there. And then, yeah, that's first cap for Falcons. And now the re-engage. Going after Lip here. Ooh. Rolling through. Reload. I think everybody shoots Junbin here. Is that the play? I think that is the play. Wow, okay. Starting close. Trying to bait a stomp, maybe? Okay, you kite here. And then you probably just speed ring yourself, to be honest. Junbin's low? No. Okay. They're just gonna play point. That's fair, that's fair. Good start of the fight, though. Second speed ring from Crazy Racoon. Switch sides. Junbin slams backline. Junbin gets a pretty good slam there. Now it's Orbital Ray. Live. Orbital Ray. Slam. Misses. Ooh, wait, the rally's kind of nice from Fielder. I think that saved Hanbin. Now the cage. Okay, we kill Lip. Now we're switching Junbin. Okay. Shoes on Ana now. I don't think the Ana's good at all. I think the Ana's kind of a throw. I'm gonna be real. I don't like the Ana here at all, actually. I just don't like it. I think it's too hard to play the backup point. I think it's too hard to defend with the Ana. It's still hard to retake, too, to be honest, because it's hard to rotate on the sides of the map. Yeah, free backline, I kind of agree. Especially flat maps, you know? Like, if it's a really long map like Havana, I think, like, I can see it. Or if you, like, somehow strategically ban to make it work, but I don't even know what that scenario would be, you know? On a Juno, like, I guess you could run that, but again, like, I just don't see it. Curie Lucio, Juno Brig, Juno Lucio are the main three, and normally you're playing them based on bans. Sometimes it's based on what the matchup is or what you're playing into. In terms of Mauga mirrors, though, all three can be decently viable. Juno Brig might be the most consistent. I would say Juno Brig probably the most consistent. You have Brig for the ult cancel, stuff like that. Is Ana Nade not valued at all in the Mauga mirror? Ana herself will just explode. So that's kind of the issue. She'll die. Can't anti if dead. Even if you anti, the Mauga can still live. Also, Curie exists, you know? So Curie Juno can be played against that, or Curie Lucio can be played against that. So, okay, you get a nade. That's the only thing the Ana's really good for. The sleep doesn't work when the Mauga's charging. I guess when the Mauga, like, is standing still, but again, like, that can be cleansed too. It's just a matter of, like, how much do you value that over, like, having consistency elsewhere, right? I feel like that could be something that's valuable in another place. Like you could go the Juno Brig, whatever. Ult rotation too matters quite a lot. I think the Rally and the Orbital Ray is gonna be better than a Nano and a Orbital Ray. Okay.